Adventure Time with Fionna and Cake. It's finally released, and today you'll see the summary of the first episode, so let's go to the video. The episode begins with Fionna and Cake racing to the rescue of people in danger in a cat-shaped bus. A guy named Ice Prince appears, who helped her defeat the mouse. He praises her and invites her on magical adventures. She asks who he is and ends up waking up as a normal human, with her cat Cake sleeping. We see her going out to work, and she doesn't stop at any job, showing her everyday life, her friends, and romance. The other day she wakes up and Cake is looking strange in her pants. Fionna says that she dreamed about that guy again and that Cake said she was cold. Cake notices ice in the fridge and goes to move it, but she hasn't wanted to eat properly for 3 days. Fionna makes an appointment and has to take her with her to work. We see some other Adventure Time characters in human form. Fionna is at work and we see a statue, Things in the City. Fionna looks at the penguin and remembers her dream, asking if anyone knows about dreams. Marshall Lee talks about her getting dumped, and the others talk about having weird dreams about being other creatures. Cake wants to escape the bus and gets excited. Queen appears and says that she came there to see how she is working and orders the bus to stop. Marshall Lee talks about never paying for his ticket and Queen says she's fired. She doesn't care and drops her pants, and the bus leaves. Fionna is bored and bumps into some yellow guys and gets angry and yells at them. She goes to the candy store and we meet Prince Bubblegum, who here is called Gary. He asks what's wrong with her, and Fionna tells him what happened. Gary gives her some candy and she eats it quickly. Cake notices something in the machine and runs after a mouse, and we see an annoying blonde who picks on him, telling him to follow the traditional menu. He reminds Fionna about the vet appointment. We see a few more characters, including Marshall playing his songs, and Fionna bumps into him. He eats her cookie, and she talks about asking his mom about rent, and he says they're not on speaking terms and gives her a hint about where she should go with Cake. She goes to this strange place and ends up meeting this guy named Ranter, who takes her to this beautiful field and gives her a flower that is said to grant wishes. We see Ellis feeding the animals, and she goes to ask for help with Cake. He asks what she has and starts looking at her, noticing her strange things. He's a little crazy and mentions about her knowing about the problem. Fionna talks about the world being more magical and that Cake must be exhausted. And she starts running towards something made of ice, and we see the Lemon Sisters with their dog, and Cake running with Fionna behind her. Cake gets into an ice cream cart and disappears, and thus ending the episode.